I very recently, just last night, found out that my wife 35 has been cheating on me for several months with a male coworker of hers. We have been together for roughly 13 years and married for 8 of them. I am devastated to say the least. There were a few signs that our relationship was struggling a little, but I chalked it up to simply stress from our jobs and from house hunting, which we had been doing for more than 6 months. Apparently, I was not listening to her and had a bad attitude towards her work schedule, working over, traveling. She would often travel frequently for work, which I understood but didn't like to some extent, as it made me feel as though we were having less time together and drifting apart. She told me she had cheated because she was able to confide in her colleague, also married, about work-related matters, and they made an emotional connection. And sexual, it seems. She had met with him at various hotels in the area 3 times over the past 2 months. The latest meeting, just last week, she claims was their last, as they both knew it was wrong and that she was done with him. My good friend had just recently found his wife cheating, and my wife said that caused her to realize what she was doing. My thought is that she got caught and trying to make things seem less severe. I'm 100% sure that if I didn't catch her, we would have bought a home together and she would likely still be cheating on me. My main problem with her reasoning is that I felt as though I checked in with her from time to make sure there weren't any issues, as sometimes she would be in an unengaging mood. We didn't argue very often at all, and we were having sex at least 2 times a week on average, which was admittedly down from 3 to 4 times in the past. I thought the reason behind the slight decline is because of our busy schedules, house hunting, working, and keeping up with the household. She never mentioned being dissatisfied with our conversations, and frankly, I thought that we had great dialogue. We often went and did activities together like hiking, going out to dinner, etc. Admittedly, I could have made a better effort to take her on dates and be more spontaneous. I suppose I'll never know. The one growing concern I had was her secretiveness with her phone, which proved to be right. Ironically, the cheating didn't occur during her work travel, but rather when I was out of town, or during the week she would call in sick and get a hotel room. I didn't know about the hotel because she had used reward points for the stay, and I didn't access those accounts. Even worse yet, we are under contract to buy a house we had found. Luckily, I had caught this sooner, and we'll be able to back out of the sale as we are in the inspection period. Otherwise, she would have let the sale go through, and we would be stuck selling a house probably within the following year. I have a small business that I was planning on moving into the building that came with the new home. My lease is up in my commercial space, and frankly, I can't afford to continue to operate out of there. I have been in the process of developing my business's products for sale and have been relying on her income and benefits. We never had any issues with money and we're secure in that regard. So now I need to find a storage unit for my equipment and move it. And since I run a small business and don't have a regular steady paycheck, apartment rentals are tough to get without one. I'll need to find employment so that I can find a place to live. We also have a dog that we have to figure out custody for. But it may end up that she keeps him, which is going to break my heart. As you've probably inferred, I'm going to be filing for divorce right away. We've already discussed asset splitting, and luckily we have no debt and no kids. I'm guessing by her lack of willingness to cut her work trip short and talk face to face, she is and has been done with the relationship. If I were in the same shoes, I would say there was a family emergency and I had to get back home. Of course, I'm blaming myself to some extent, but overall I help with the chores around the house, keep myself clean and nice looking, and I'm in fairly good shape. I thought I was satisfying my wife in the bedroom as well, based on the steady amount of orgasms. Bottom line, I thought my wife would be the absolute last person in the world to cheat. I trusted her implicitly, and I felt like we had open communication in our relationship. She fucked some meathead from work, who she of course won't name. And I just found out last night while she was traveling for business. I confronted her, and she said it was over, but I know better.